scary from the last renter, and I'm back for a keeper series video. I haven't done this in a while, so the knife is going to be a Winkler knife, and I believe I did a Winkler knife in a previous video, older video. I don't remember what episode it was, but I only have two Winkler knives, and this one is the Winkler Survival Striker. I don't want to show my information, but I bought it straight from Daniel Winkler. So let's see if I can show the price without giving away my information. So this is the price I paid for it, $458 back then. Let's see if it has a date. 4/30/2020. So I bought this 3 years ago? Over 3 years ago right now. Basically, I think before I started my channel, or right about the time I started my channel. I forget my own birth date of the channel. It probably was right around the time of the channel. Anyway, so this is the Survival Striker. This was a Daniel Winkler exclusive at the time. They were limited to 100, and I wish I would known that he was just going to make more. I didn't know. I mean, maybe I did. I don't remember. But the only thing that distinguished it from first off, it's numbered, and other than that, this is got different G10 scales. I think it said sculpted desert camo G10 scales that were exclusive to the first 100, and I don't think he did it anymore, but you know, that doesn't mean much. But I wanted the knife, so let me put this aside. I was digging, like, I think Blade Show coverage that year, and when I saw it on Blade Show, I don't remember the gentleman that interviewed Daniel Winkler, but he did a good enough interview that made me want the knife. So I wanted to do some video of me cutting with the knife, chopping camping tasks, but I never got around to it. And I kept putting this video off in the Keeper series because I was trying to do it, and something always kept coming up, and now that I have health problems, I really can't do it. And I'm working through the health problems of I'm hopefully going to work through them, or die trying. So let's see if I can show you guys. Maybe it will focus. You can see this is number 68. This is, you see, Daniel Winkler knives. That's the numbering system. I think there's 100 made, and I didn't get to request my number. I wish I would have got a 65, or because I really like 65, or a 37. Anyway, so this is a fully flat ground knife. And this is an 80 CRV2 steel, and from what I gather, and I researched it a little bit, this is a pretty indestructible steel. This is a steel that you want to have in a situation where maybe you have to survive with this knife. This is a steel that they use in all kinds of manufacturing, hardcore manufacturing, aircraft manufacturing, industrial plants. I mean, a lot of custom makers use 80 CR V2 steel in their blades because it's known for its, not necessarily hardness, it's known for its durability. I think this is a hardness is about 58 to 60. I really don't remember what this hardness rates as. It's known for holding an edge a very long time because it's very indestructible. You can't, like, it's very chip resistant, and you can't just break the blade. It's just, and if it's properly heat treated, it's going to be a awesome blade. And so this is a size that I like because it's not much bigger than, you know, like a bigger folder knife. If you look at it, I mean, if I'm gonna get a folder around me. Let me drag out two folders. This is a folder that's I've thrown in a table and a tree and a ground, and I usually abuse this knife. This is the Kaiser Yin. This is a knife that was designed by Assassin's Knives, and so with a name like that, you think that you could abuse the shit out of it. So you've probably seen my short when I abused this a little bit. I threw it in some wood and in the ground. You can see I've been throwing it a lot in the, I don't know if you can see it, but it shows up for me. If you look at this blade from right here, it has the finish is lightened because I've stuck it so much in dirt and trees and wood. It's kind of lightened. If you look at this knife, you know, it's not much bigger. This knife is not much bigger than this knife. If you look at it, it has the bigger handle is here, but the blade is, the bigger blade is here. So I like this knife because of the size. So I bring you another knife. This is the Fenrir, the Kansept Fenrir. Let's see, you know, I'm showing you like a couple of knives I carry a lot. So this, you can see this. It's about the same handle. Say that this knife is perfect in my hands. This knife has a heavy stone wash. I love it because I've chopped with it very little, but I have chopped with it. You couldn't tell if I was to chop. I think I was to chop very hard with it. You couldn't tell because of the stone washing on this blade. I like it because it's kind of like, I always say, it's a kind of apocalyptic. So, as I was saying in the beginning, this is the exclusive desert camel sculpted handles. This is G10. And stay tuned at the end. I'll show you like what's inside of this handle. I'm not going to open it up now, but I'll show you what you can store in the handle. A glass breaker is probably kind of like more like a skull crusher. So this is designed by Daniel Winkler, and if you're not familiar with Daniel Winkler, he makes all his knives in the USA, and he designs knives for Navy SEALs, Special Forces. He specializes in fighting tomahawks and fighting knives, and he's also made some knives for, I think, movies. I know one movie he's made knives for. It was The Last of the Mohicans, but that's what made him famous, you know, for making knives. Not that he wasn't famous before, but a lot of people learned of his knives because he made all the knives in Last of the Mohicans. So I'm trying to think of the coating is. I think the coating on this blade is called a Caswell finish. It's like a black oxide Caswell finish. Yeah. Anyway, it has a finger guard, so you can, when you're chopping or slashing, this will stop your finger from going forward. And I haven't sharpened this knife, and I haven't cut enough to just warrant a sharpening. I haven't even like stropped it. It's still very sharp. You know, I mean, I know it was designed to hold its edge a very long time, But I've kind of babied this knife. I didn't intend to baby it, but yeah, as I said, my health got shitty, and I haven't done any camping. I always wanted to do some camping after I got this knife, but I never have. I'm going to say this is a keeper still. I'm going to say this is a keeper. I plan on using this knife eventually. Hopefully, my health will get better, and eventually I'll lose some weight and maybe get a knee replacement or something, and I'll be able to go camping. And I always wanted to I travel the United States camping out of my the bed of my truck, and I didn't intend to have cats. I was always intended to have a dog travel with me, but I have 2 cats now, and I think I could still do it, but I probably would have to leave the cats home. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm just gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to do a keeper series video, and I hope you somewhat enjoyed this. If you not, feel free to hit the thumbs down if you didn't like it, or hit the thumbs up, and or maybe subscribe. But leave me a comment, because I like comments. I always respond to them, and I don't usually give you a generic response. If you ask a question, I'll try to answer your question the best I can. So take care, Wastelanders.